Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Age of Men. And we're here on the smithy screen. I know. We're not going to be here for that long, don't worry. But I just wanted to show you that we actually did loot another 2 of these amazing swords. And you can see here, boom, there we go. We've now got 24 Thameskeen steel, which is absolutely fantastic, because that means I can now create some amazing things. Look at this. Yes, we can create something that is so good. What about a Rivendell spear? Should I make a Rivendell spear? Or a golden flower spear blade? What is this? Look at this crazy thing. Yeah, maybe a golden flower spear. You know what? Shall we do it? Shall we do it just for fun? Let's do it for fun. Okay, 238. Wow. Okay, that's a little bit too long for my liking. What about 186? Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. 178. Okay, and we've got 67 piercing. That's incredibly good, or at least I think so. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna forge it. Boom. There we go. That's 4 skill points, by the way, and it's cracked, unfortunately, because obviously it is quite damaged. Well, shall we say it's quite high level. And we are just going to do a little bit of something here, because obviously what I want to do is I want to try to get to 225, if at all possible. And we are indeed making cracked ones at the moment, which is not exactly great. And bent. Did I really run out? Oh, of course. Of course, I ran out of stamina, yes. But it's okay, because we're almost at 225 smithing. That is all I actually want to get. But obviously, I do want to try to create a weapon that we can actually use. Something that's really, really cool and really, really fun. And so I'm thinking, yeah, we'll probably just go ahead. Oh, no, it's because I had to leave. Oh, I have to do this again. Okay, let me see. Okay, where is it? Where is it? There it is. All right, let's do that. Balanced. Oh, I made a balanced one, everyone. Oh, wow. Okay, that's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna just make some random blade now, because we don't care about anything else. There we go. That's it. Done and done. There you go. Absolutely wonderful. So now I have 225. I've made a balanced weapon. Very, very unlikely that was going to happen, but there you go. We made a balanced weapon that I wanted to make. It has 72 piercing damage, 135. Wait a minute. Is that the right one? Did I? Did I? That must be the right one. Right? Oh no. It's a bonus against shields. All right. Yeah. So the question is that actually the right one that I even made? I mean, I thought I made that. Yeah, that is the right one, as you can see right there from the blade on the tip there. I think, yeah, that does look like the right one. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, we are now ready. We're now ready to actually go and fight some stuff. So let's actually just spec this real quick. I'm gonna spec endurance. There we go. We now have 8 in endurance, which is very, very nice. I mean, obviously it doesn't really matter, to be honest, but I'd like to try to get as much HP as possible, because once we get to 275, we could start actually leveling it up really, really dramatically. And I'm talking about athletics here, of course. Oh, hello. Hello there. What's this guy up to? What is he up to right there? I think we're probably going to have to deal with him, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to have to deal with him. He's actually running away from us. Hello, sir. Come on. Are you serious? Come on now. You cannot run away from someone such as me. That is not an honorable thing to do for a person such as yourself. Let's just be a little bit careful here. No. There we go. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to save, just in case. You never know when it's going to crash, because still a work in progress, still very much developmental. And indeed, here we go. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, by the way, bear in mind that if you do download the public version of the mod, then you probably won't have to really worry about any crashes or anything like that. I didn't really have any crashes with that build, maybe one every, I don't know, every 5 to 10 hours or something like that. So really not that big a deal. But yes, we can now do this. And we can use our wonderful new spear. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like the action. I like the action it's got right here. This is nice. It's also a potential for a spear couch lance. Can potentially do that. It is very much shorter than our previous one though, and I was actually feeling pretty good about that one, so I'm not sure if this is really going to do very well, but I'm going to... Oh! Okay. Well, that was actually a lot better than anticipated. I thought, okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, we're going to get beaten off the bat now though. That's the problem, you see. We're going to get beaten every single time we try to tackle someone else. As in, when we try to attack someone that has a polearm as well, then they're going to beat us every single time. Because that's just how, you know, that's just how it works. You can see here, this guy, for example, I think he has a slightly longer one maybe, or maybe it's just because he's infantry or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely going to make a big difference. Ah yes, here we go. I'm going to get absolutely murdered if I stay here any longer. Let's just tell our forces to charge in here. Ah, now they're running back. Okay, okay. Yeah, that is to be expected, of course. Nice damage though. Okay, so my forces can easily come in here. Maybe they can start to pick off a couple of people. Yes, very nice. Okay, I've got loads of horse archers, by the way. Probably way too many horse archers. But, yeah, well, you know, who's counting? Who's counting, right? Let's just try to make the most of them as much as we possibly can. I'm going to try to do as much damage as possible here as well. And I'm going for the overheads here, Not sure if that's a particularly good idea, really. I just think that if I'm targeting the head, it's going to be more likely to kill in one shot. Considering dwarves, they're a little bit shorter, you know, they're a little bit shorter than the regular model. So it is a little bit easier for us to hit the head in that sense. Let's be a little bit careful though, because you never know. Okay, not bad. Oh, is that the music of a retreat I hear? I think it is. Oh yes, they're about to get out of here in just a second. And that's going to be game over for them. Very nice. And we did end up losing 15 people, but most of those people were just footmen. And we don't really need to worry about footmen too much because they are obviously, you know, they're not fully fledged, you know, horse archers or heavy cavalry or anything like that. So we don't really need to worry about them too much. I think we can pretty much... I think they were just recruitable at that level, and then, well, they actually do a pretty good job considering. Yeah, not too bad. 26 kills for those guys, so the horse archers are doing the most. And then we got 23 renown, 36 influence. Not bad. Okay, yes, this guy yields, of course he does. And indeed, I am going to have to go and sell some of our prisoners. Yep, there we go. Yeah, wow, loads and loads. And look at this. These swords will give us more Thammaskeen, technically, but obviously we don't need that anymore, technically. So, you know, to be fair, okay, to be fair, we could potentially take that and we could, you know, make a weapon for our companion. But I'm not sure if he could really, I don't know. I mean, has he been getting any kills? Have you noticed if he's gotten any kills? I don't think so, right? Anyway, 27,000 for that. Massive amounts of roguery skill, pretty nice. Who's this guy? He's got some medicine skill on him. That's pretty nice. Okay, yeah, and he's an Easterling as well, so this is pretty fantastic. So, hello there, sir. I would like you in my company. He's literally the cheapest guy I've ever seen. Don't tell his mother that. He's not going to be too pleased. And yeah, we'll otherwise yeah, let's see what he's all about. All right, I don't actually have anything super amazing to get him, so the problem is I don't really want to buy him amazing stuff because I personally don't have amazing stuff either. So I kind of just want to get him some. Wow, some of this stuff is actually really good. What is this? These things right here are actually really good. What is going on here? Wait a minute. Let me just. Yeah, look at this. This is much better than what I'm using. Are you serious? This is hilarious. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is actually a lot better than anticipated. Okay, wait a second. You know what? I'm going to use it myself. And then I'm going to use these as well. I'm literally just going to buy a whole bunch of new stuff for myself, and then I'll just give him, you know, something. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do that. There we go. This is going to be a little bit problematic from a expenditure perspective, because I didn't really want to spend a huge amount. That's the reason why, you know, I was like, oh no, I can't possibly give him this and that and this and that. But let's have a look. Let's see. Easterling gloves, sure. What about these greaves? Sure, why not? What does he actually have otherwise, though? He's got riding skill. Does he have any polearms? He has 18. Okay, wait a minute. What about one-handed? 52. Okay. 52 in polearms. That's a little bit... That's probably not going to work out too well. Okay, you know what? Let's just give him this. I'm just going to give him my old one. Why not? Let's just give him my old one. He's going to have a great old time with that, isn't he? I mean, he should. And he's also using an absolutely terrible horse. So let's give him that one, I guess. Not a terribly big fan of giving him that one, but I guess it's okay. We're going to get some Rhun horse armor because, let's face it, we need it. And we can otherwise just sell the rest then, I suppose, right? I think we can sell the rest. There we go. And then we're going to get... We're still paying 53,000. Are you serious? Okay, that's kind of harsh. And now I'm paying 47,000. Okay, that's kind of harsh too. Right. Okay, well, you know what that means. You know what that means. I'm going to go into the smithy and I'm actually going to make some stuff that can potentially sell for a massive amount of cash. So let's see what we can do. Because I can actually make this tier 4 thing really cheaply. As you can see, I can even make this tier 5. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one. Let me see. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And then we'll just do something like this. And then make a whole bunch. Oh, actually, never mind. I won't make a whole bunch because I don't have any stamina. Ugh. The stamina system. All right. So, yeah, we're just going to sell those for 10,000 each, that is. And then we can move on. Alright, so before we go into this battle, we're going to spec into Way of the Saddle. We finally got 286. I don't even know how we got 286 so fast. I thought we were at 270 the last I looked. Just goes to show that it's very quick. Well, you know, once you get going, it's very fast. Okay, so let's go for loose formations as well. I generally tend to use loose formations a little bit more than anything else. I don't really... Okay, look. Between counter tip and sharpen the tip, I mean, to be fair, you know, just the tip, that's kind of fun, right? That's kind of fun to do. However, 5% damage, I don't really need 5% damage, or do I? But the thing is, I'm not actually swinging the polearm either. There's no real reason to do that. So I will take just the, sharpen the tip. I will just take that. And then we're otherwise probably just going to take some more scouting skill. And then we're going to go and we're going to place this guy as our... Okay, never mind. I apparently cannot place him. You know what? Okay, fine. I'm going to actually exit this just so that I can place him as our surgeon. He will be our surgeon from now on. And then we can do a little bit of something with this particular vassal. I'm not sure how we're going to do here because this is actually the first time we have outnumbered the opponent. And now, obviously, outnumbering the opponent, that's a little bit different from not outnumbering them, obviously, because the thing is, are we going to get overconfident? Is this an overconfident situation? Is this one of those times where I'm like, oh yeah, this should be really easy, and it turns out to be not so easy? Maybe. Let's see what happens. Yeah. You didn't see that, okay? You didn't see that. That was not there. That was nothing. That was nothing at all. Oh, look at this. This is the first time we've seen this. No, never mind. No, you haven't seen this either, actually. Scrap it from your mind. It's a Men in Black memorizer, analyzer, disappearer thing. Yeah, wait a second. Oh, and never mind. Alright, so a little bit of a story time here for you, just to kind of catch up things a little bit. Basically, I had a crash, as you saw, and then I reloaded the game, and we were all the way back before we had actually faced Garian, whatever his name is, and so I had to fight him again. So I fought him again manually, and then there was a siege, and I was like, yes, there's a siege, this is going to be super fun to show, right? And I was like, yeah, siege defense, right? There was actual siege defense. I thought this is going to be crazy cool, really, really fun. Then it crashed again. And then I hadn't learned my lesson, so I hadn't actually saved again after defeating Mr. Garian again. So now I'm back before again facing him, and so I just auto-resolved against him, and I'm now here, and we're facing Thorin III Stonehelm. And unfortunately I don't have riding skill 275 because I didn't go into the battle manually. But this time around I am going to be going into the battle manually, and I have saved. I have learned my lesson now. And hopefully that means, oh yeah, hopefully that means we're going to be fine. And hopefully that means we're going to be killing everyone and not having any crashes. I did pick up the medic, by the way. I did pick up the medicine man, and he's hopefully going to be helping us. I did not get him new gear because I was fed up with staying in the same place. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just get him, and then we're just going to go. And that's exactly what I did. And then we have this guy right here who was coming along, and I was like, okay, let's try to intercept him. And here we are. So that's basically it. Yeah, so that took me, I don't even know how long that has taken me. Maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes just to do that, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. Never would have expected that to happen like that. But yeah, anyway, we're back. Let's see what happens. Alright, so here he is, and we're going to just put, basically, I think we're just going to put him on the archers, just going to keep him on the archers right there, because he has, as I said, I think he has basically no gear, and we also didn't upgrade our gear either. I still have the new spear, of course, but I was actually wanting to, basically what I was actually doing before the siege defense began, I was smithing. I was actually smithing a whole bunch of polearms, because what I actually wanted to do was sell those polearms to hopefully be able to afford a new set of armor, because I was thinking to myself, okay, if I can make a decent amount, I might be able to get my hands on a really nice set of armor. Like, I'm talking about 220,000 worth, right? I'm talking about a significant amount, and I'd only need to make 22. Yeah, I'd only need to make 22 or something along those lines of these polearms to actually have the amount of money that I'd need to be able to afford that set of armor, because it's 220,000, and if I can sell the polearms for 10,000 each, then there you go, you know, I can make it, right? And that's what I was kind of hoping to do. Unfortunately, as I said, I didn't notice that there was actually an army coming along, and then they decided to go in for the siege defense, and then there was a crash, so I couldn't even do that. And so, oh, it's been a time. It's been a time. Let's just say that. Oh, nice hit right there. Very good. All right, can I actually do some damage here? I don't even know whether this shield is actually even supposed to be worn by someone that's on a mount. I don't think so somehow. It doesn't, I'm actually not entirely sure if it's even working to block arrows for me, to be honest. It doesn't seem like that. Seems a little bit too big for our britches here, isn't it? Anyway, we're just going to tell everyone to charge in here. This guy is actually a Dalian vassal, so I don't actually think he's going to be super dangerous. Because the funny thing is, I don't know what it is, but whenever it comes to humans, as in human type factions, and it doesn't matter whether it's Lord of the Rings or something else, I always think they suck. You know? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but Dale specifically, from what you can see right here, I mean, they are absolutely getting slaughtered, and I'm not even really doing much. Like, me personally, I'm not really doing much. My forces are the thing that are inflicting the most damage, right? And I do think that, in general, Gondor is a very different beast, as it were, and I think that Gondor is definitely much more dangerous than Dale is. And I think Dale generally tends to benefit a lot more when they work with the dwarves, or they work with someone else. I think they're probably going to be a lot better in that case. But as you can see, look at this. We literally lost no one, basically. And you've seen how many people we've lost in the past. And this is so much easier. It's actually hilarious how easy this was for us to defeat them. And I'm just thinking, how is it that easy? I don't know. It's because these guys just had nothing. They just had nothing to really counteract our strength, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a bit strange. Anyway. Let's see what we can get. I don't know. I mean, obviously, as I said, I didn't upgrade any of my gear. Unfortunately, this gear is not exactly great. I mean, it is actually a lot better, but I don't really want to use it because it is, I mean, technically it is human stuff, right? It's man stuff, but I don't really want to use it for reasons. These guys actually did take back Eldby, so unfortunately I won't be able to... Oh, he actually escaped instantly? How did he escape instantly? That's a bit of a jip, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. Okay, can't really do much about that. I am actually going to save because you never know. You know, want to make sure that we got that, you know, got that locked in. Thank you very much. But yeah, unfortunately, I will have to make my way. Oh wait. Where do I have to go now? I have to go. Yeah, I have to go all the way over here. Oh no, that's Erebor 2. Oh yeah. Okay, fine. All the way back here. Then it is. Alright, so here we go. We finally did get to 275 in writing skill, and we also got obviously sharpened the tip. And indeed, we're going to be getting one more point in scouting here. And I think I do have, yep, there we go. We actually did get one extra career point. I don't really know what to spec it into. I think I'll probably just spec it into this. Because despite the fact that it does give me 5% troop morale, and I absolutely hate that. I mean, you know, I don't really hate it. I mean, you know, that's a bit of a strong reaction there, but you know, as I've already explained, I do think that morale bonuses are, well, not very useful. So, you know, it's okay. You know, it's not a bad thing, but you know, generally I don't think it's that useful. Anyway, as you can see right here, we do have this siege defense. I actually decided not to participate in it this time because there's 1,200 people. I actually felt like it was going to be a loss beforehand, but the crash came in and I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, kind of unfortunate there, but yeah, anyway, well, we can see what happens. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something's going to happen because they're actually bringing an army. We might see some kind of retaliation here. I was actually kind of thinking that maybe I should become a vassal with the runic fellows, because there is actually a fief very close by this place over here. It's currently called Castle E9. That is obviously a placeholder name, but generally that castle is well, should we say that town is very much up for grabs. It is a very weakened garrison, and I was kind of thinking, yeah, maybe it's an idea, you know, maybe it's something cool. But yeah, you can see here, these guys literally, they would have already run away if we had gone in there, in my opinion, but I didn't really want to take that chance because, yeah, you can see here, look, I mean, they've basically lost almost 500 people already. And that was just a regular attack, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, not too bad. Now, if I can just pick off a handful of these people, I would be super happy about that. Unfortunately, he is continuing his campaign. We might see something happen here. I may, in fact, be able to pick off a couple of their vassals, maybe. As you can see, look at the garrison here. The garrison is staggeringly good, actually, but the funny thing is you could probably take that back really easily, even with an army of well, my size. Okay, here it is. This is another vassal battle against Lashanek, and he is from Dale, and we're going to see what we can do, because I'm just going to charge my guys in. I should really replace the shield. I think it looks a little bit ridiculous, and probably doesn't actually work. I mean, I thought I was actually getting a really good deal here. I thought my shield was going to be like, yes, I'm protecting you from every single arrow and every single angle, of course, as well. But as you can see, it doesn't actually seem to be, it doesn't actually seem to even be blocking for me, to be honest, because it's just too large. It is just not meant to be used on horseback. So technically, I've not been using a shield, which is actually quite funny. So I'm going to put it on my back. Maybe that's going to be a little bit more useful for us, because that's going to make it, well, I mean, that's going to make it very useful, because if we get hit on the back, then at the very least, it will be completely and utterly blocked. The question is, are we actually even going to be able to get over here? What is going on with these guys? Look at them. They're standing here. This is terrible. This is terrible for me. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to do here because, well, I kind of need to thrust at enemies rather than slash at them. But, yeah, I guess I can just do some charge damage. As you can see, charge damage is pretty hefty now. Let's use our special ability here and actually get some big damage coming on. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yes. Continue with that. Continue with that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. And now maybe, just maybe... Should I go one... Let's go one-handed. Let's go one-handed. Yeah. Come on now. Okay, maybe this is a mistake. One-handed might be a mistake, friends. Yeah, as you can see, it's not really doing much, unfortunately. It's just way too many chamber blocks and stuff like that. Not really going to help us. However, nice amount of charge damage coming through here. Obviously, basically, if you can charge through enemy lines, well, about 7 to 8 times... You're probably going to kill most of the people there if they have about 100 HP. It's kind of staggering how much damage you can even get out of your horse once the charge damage has been leveled up. It's quite impressive. And obviously we're not even using the we're not even using a mod that improves it, because technically this is, you know, this is much lower than you'd expect from a massive horse charging at you, you know. I mean, I'm only getting 13 damage or something like that. Generally, I would have expected it to, well, not kill someone, but it obviously depends on the speed, right? It depends on the speed of the charge. But there you go. There's a nice little victory for us right there. And I think we're going to see what the map is like, because I haven't shown you the map yet, have I? So I'm going to show you the map, and we're going to see how that looks. Because, well, we haven't seen it yet. And no doubt there's going to be some pretty crazy stuff going on. I have no idea what, because I haven't even looked at it myself. So I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. And we're going to see how Gondor is doing and how Mordor is doing and all that stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Increase morale, lose 3 prisoners. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so let's take a look. So, how is it going? How is it going? Okay, so if we go up here... Oh, hello. Okay, so Minas Tirith has been taken by Mordor. Bar Malui has also been taken by Mordor. East Osgiliath, of course, as well as West Osgiliath. They've both been taken. Caer Andros is currently under siege by Rohan. They're attempting to take it back. Then we also have Gondor over there. Rohan over there. Yeah, no, they're actually doing fine. They're actually doing a lot better than anticipated. I thought that they were going to have some massive issues, but... Wait a second. The map has changed. Oh yeah, look at that. The map has actually changed. There is a river here now, and this river dramatically changes the flow of where Dol Guldur can go and enter from. Because from what I remember... Dol Guldur was able to immediately go into Rohan territory from the south right here, or however it is, from the east or whatever, west, north, I don't know. And basically, it was able to take stuff, just immediately take stuff, because they would come with a massive army and they would immediately be able to do that. And they're not doing that now because they have the Lothlorien elves. They have to pass through the forest of Lothlorien here, and I'm assuming that they're pretty. I feel like they're going to be pretty dangerous. Maybe I feel like they're going to be pretty dangerous. And then obviously we have Barad-dûr, and that's absolutely fine. You know, Saragost is obviously fine as well. And yeah, I'm actually, you know, it feels like the balancing has gotten a lot better with this iteration. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this progresses. There's Moria as well, by the way. So if you want to dig deep, too deep, then you can obviously go over there if you so desire. Otherwise, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.